Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees bats go cold and they lose the series to the A's. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, the Yankees bats are still on vacation or they're still in the freezer because the New York Yankees couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat, and it continued today. The New York Yankees nearly got no hit against the Sacramento, Oakland, whatever the hell they're calling themselves, the Athletics today. They made the Oakland Athletics pitcher Springs, and until they moved to Vegas, they're the Oakland Athletics to me. They made Springs look like Cy Young, a guy who is 1-6 against the New York Yankees in his career, came into the Bronx today and pitched his ass off. But the thing is, you could have had a mop and a bucket up on the bump for the A's today, and they still would have pitched almost a no-hitter or a one-hitter. Thank God for Ben Rice breaking it up today. But the New York Yankees have a serious problem on their hands, and it's their batting lineup. You know, it reminds me of the New York Knicks earlier in the year when Brown came in and he implemented a new system, and the New York Knicks were scoring some of the most points in the NBA in the first 15 games. What happened this year? The New York Yankees came in. They're playing small ball. I thought we were turning the clock back to 1996. They were doing everything right, hit and run, stealing bases, doing everything, working counts, working at bats. Now, after the 12th game of the season, it seems like that's completely out the window. And if your name's not Giancarlo Stanton or Cody Bellinger on this team and Rosario carrying us this whole series, the New York Yankees are missing in action. Aaron Judge is off to a funky start. He's not even hitting. So when the New York Yankees, who have become Aaron Judge reliant, can't even rely on Aaron Judge, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Also, another thing is Aaron Judge is the captain of the New York Yankees, and I find it very ironic by the guy of a last name of Judge hates to challenge things. Hey, Aaron, you can challenge whatever you want. You're the captain of the New York Yankees. You're not going to get a tongue lashing from Aaron Baboon. Challenge every single outside changeup. If Aaron Judge wastes both challenges every night, he has earned that right on the New York Yankees. But you know what? I was really impressed by Weathers today. I did not expect this. I was texting my buddies in the group chat. I thought he was going to go 3 innings, give up 7 runs, the usual Weathers, and then I was going to start worrying about the bullpen and taxing them. But David Weathers pitched a goddamn gem today. Well, actually, his father didn't pitch. Ryan Weathers pitched a gem today. 8 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, and 0 walks. He was efficient. He was dealing, and that's the guy that Brian Cashman went and got. 100 pitches he threw. It wasn't 78. It wasn't babying him. And then they bring in Blackburn to finish off the game. So it's almost a victory in itself. Listen, the New York Yankees, the way that they were hitting, they weren't going to beat anybody put in front of them today. But the positives you can get out of today is the starting pitching continues to steamroll, all right? Also, the New York Yankees did not get into their bullpen today. The New York Yankees have been going to the well a lot with the 4-man rotation, and this sets them up properly for a big divisional 3-game set in Tampa Bay against the Tampa Bay Rays. This is the first serious series that's got some skin on the game. It's the first division series of the year, and I'm pumped. But the New York Yankees better wake up on that flight down to Tampa because the way that they're hitting, you better mix up the lineup or something. Cody Bellinger needs to be in the 2 spot. I would be okay with Rosario 1, Cody Bellinger 2, and then Aaron Judge 3. Aaron Judge doesn't have significant protection in this lineup. Last year, he had protection because Trent Grisham was actually hitting bombs. Now, nobody's hitting home runs. They don't put Big G right behind Aaron Judge, and you can start to see that they don't need to pitch to Aaron Judge. They're kind of indirectly pitching around him and intentionally walking him. That backdoor changeup and the slider on the outside has been killing Aaron Judge all season long so far. But I know I'm going to start getting tired of also saying, with all that included, the Yankees are in first place and they're 8-4. I said it last night on the broadcast. There's a lot of holes and empty calories in these New York Yankees. But thank God for their pitching. And you know what? This is what we knew it was going to be. They didn't package up any starting pitchers during the offseason. We're going to go with 11 starter pitches on this team. Then you're going to see, I think, guys like Will Warren fall out of the starting rotation because I think Weathers and Warren are in a competition for that fifth starter spot. Because this weekend, starting Friday night, help is on the way, folks, and the Yankees form like Voltron into the five-man rotation with none other than Luis Gil. I've been asking where he is all year. It was very surprising he did not start the season with the Yankees, and they went to the four-man rotation. Now that changes. Tomorrow, Luis Gil in Tampa Bay. His last outing of spring training wasn't so hot. Had some rain, stop and start apparently. They had some rain delays. Not a lot you can take from that, but the one thing you can take from that spring training start, or the AAA start, is that he had 4 walks. That is Luis Gil's bugaboo. He has a microscopic ERA, usually hovers around 1.8, 2, but he walks the park, and that shortens his outings to 5 innings. So this is a prove-it start for Luis Gil, and guess what? He is going to be determined. He's going to be a bulldog, and he's going to chip. He's going to pitch with a chip on his shoulder because he knows that he should have started this season up here with the regular squad. Before the last AAA start that Luis Gil, the last one of spring training, was like 7 innings, lights out, 7 strikeouts, 0 walks, and you thought, all right, everything's lining up. Boom, put him in. But now, you know what? I got to give props to the New York Yankees. The pitching has worked out, and especially with today's save of the bullpen with Weathers, it's kind of like a low-key win. And I'm not looking for I'm not stretching for wins, but the way that they set themselves up for this series in Tampa is more important, much more important than beating the A's in April and being set up to beat a divisional opponent. And the Yankees got to wake up. The Tampa Bay Rays are not a pushover. They're a good squad. But real quick, let's go to the batting average watch because it plummeted once again today. Rosario, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, they're all off the hook. Jazz Chisholm, 186. Austin Wells, 167. Caballero, 135. Trent Grisham, 162. McMahon, he's down to 69. That's his batting average, is 69. You're telling me nobody else could fit that position and hit better than him? And I hear a lot of chirping for Anthony Volpe. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And you know what? I say it like this. You complain about your neighbors next door now. But what if the neighbors that move in next are even worse than the neighbors you currently have? So here we are. We've been shitting on Anthony Volpe for the past 3 years, who was brought up ahead of schedule. He was sold a bill of goods to us as the next Derek Jeter, which he's not. He's a doubles guy. High average? Nope. He's a 247 power hitter, like a Dustin Pedroia kind of guy. We were sold a bill of goods on him. It's the whole story about being from New Jersey, growing up a Yankee fan. But you know what? Right now, let me know in the comments below. Are you looking for Volpe to come back? Because if Volpe was in this lineup, Caballero could play third, Volpe could play short, Jazz could play third. You can mix and match. And I've said on this program right here before, I'm not giving up on Caballero. And I said to you in the season preview, is Caballero an everyday player? That was the one thing that we were going to have to figure out because Tampa Bay Rays don't let a lot of guys walk out the door. There's an old saying in baseball, don't pick up the phone when the Yankees or the Tampa Bay Rays call you because they're going to try to rob something from you. I think Caballero is still an everyday player, but he has not shown us proof that that's true. He came up big in the World Baseball Classic. Guys have struggled coming back from that. Just ask Big Slumper. Just ask Austin Wells. Just ask Aaron Judge. The list goes on and on. So the Yankees play the Rays this weekend. It's going to be a great series. Don't forget to get our Roofless Ray t-shirts. That's right. The Roofless Ray t-shirts from the AL Least line right here from the New York Minute merch line. The link is right in the description. It's that nice, beautiful blue link. Hit that. Check out our merch. We got mugs. We got koozies. We got hoodies. It's everything New York nuts and rep the New York Minute Sports Show. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Bye.